everyone, and welcome back to Danganronpa V3, Killing Harmony Blind. In the last one, anyway, yeah, before we start, I would like to say that I somewhat take back what I said about this investigation theme. I've listened to it for a little bit now, and yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good, okay? I was wrong. My initial impression was very wrong. It's also called Hope Searching, which is, a little bit upsettingly triggering, but, obviously in like a... Not literally, I don't mean I'm actually, triggered by it, but, it's upsetting that hope is seeping into my goddamn soundtrack. Yeah, so theories, shall we? Right off the bat. So less theories, more a thought I had, right? So I was pretty confident in saying this was Kokichi, right? And I'm sticking with that. I'm pretty confident in saying that Kokichi is the one who died. I feel it. I feel it in my chest. I just know it. And it does kind of make sense, right? Because 2 episodes ago, right? 2 episodes ago, right? I was like, this flashback sure did tell us a lot. It sure did also not tell us that Kokichi was the mastermind. I mean, it gave us a little bit about Kokichi, but it didn't tell us that he was the mastermind, It implied it, kind of, but it didn't say it. And considering that Monokuma's still running around, I'm gonna say Kokichi probably wasn't the mastermind. And that he was just lying to us, I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that. I'm gonna throw that out there. Now, on a more horrifying note, I did also realize that if Kokichi is dead, there are probably only 2 options. And neither of them are good. Because either Kaito or Maki had to have killed him. And I say Maki as well, because I think this Case 5 is gonna probably retread what Danganronpa 2's Case 5 did, and kill off the main characters, rather than just have it be stuck with, the ensemble. And in a worst case scenario, this game is going to kill Kokichi, as it has done, kill Maki, and then Kaito just dies because of his probably virus. Which would leave us with 4 survivors, which also fits with the trend of, each game having 1 less survivor, it would seem. And on top of that, that also opens up the possibility of Chapter 6 also being a murder and ending the game with 2 survivors. So I'm very scared, actually, now. Kokichi might be dead, and that is reason to celebrate. But I am really, really not happy about what that might imply. And I mean, look, right? Realistically, I don't think it's going to be Kaito under the press as well. Because no one's going to be sad if Kokichi gets executed. Kokichi is scum of the earth. But if Kaito dies and gets executed... However, there's also, the complete opposite end of that. That, if Maki's the one getting executed, as I have unfortunately sort of settled on, oops, great. We get her getting executed, and then Kaito just dies. Like, great. I'm pumped. I'm feeling real happy. That's real good. I'm real excited about that. You know what's worse? The fact that if I am right about how that's gonna go, I just have this gut feeling that Himiko isn't gonna make it if we really do have more murder. Just to spite me, this game is gonna have Shuichi and Samugi survive. Just you fucking watch, and I'm gonna be so upset about it. God damn it. Kibo finally got sick of Himiko being robophobic and just baps her. Just fuck. Ain't having it. You watch yourself, Kibo. Don't blow a gasket, please. Please. Himiko, I kind of can't believe you've made it this far. I love you, but I genuinely cannot believe you've made it this far. Stick it out to the end for me, sweetheart. Please. I want you to live so bad. Okay, breathe. Do your breathing. Nearly 10 minutes in. I think it's time to start the investigation. I assume, as per usual, this episode will probably just be in here. And the next episode will finish the investigation with everything outside of here. Yeah, well, let's talk to everyone first. There's not too much to look at in here. And, yeah. Get fucking down to business!
Monokuma file this time. Barely has any information in it at all.
I don't think we've ever had one that's that empty before, which is certainly interesting. Okay. Yeah, it won't be of much use to us.
It's so useless, he probably shouldn't have even gone out of his way to give it to us.
But Samugi, it might be the last ever Monokuma file. It's not going to be the last ever Monokuma file, is it? There's going to be a sixth one, isn't there? You're going to spin me for a loop, aren't you? Chapter 6 is going to be a murder trial and a plot dump trial. I'm ready for it. If you're going to do it to me, Monokuma, I'm ready. I am ready, spaghetti. You have no fucking idea how not ready I really am, but I'm pretending to be ready. I don't want everyone I love to die, man. That's it. Because, someone I love is gonna die. They have to. At least one, and I'm terrified of it being two of them. And if it is, I swear to fuck, Maki, I told you to not kill Kokichi! As much as I really want you to, I also really didn't want you to.
It's fine. The mascot's appearance at a murder scene brings a sense of relief and peace of mind. Ah! He popped out! What an attention hog.
Yeah.
Of course I want attention. I'm the mascot, for crying out loud. And yet, I've appeared fewer times than that plain Jane Samugi over there.
Well, I mean, good. Not as we love you, Monokuma, you are part of the ensemble, and you're not a player. Everyone else should be here. You aren't a character. You're just a plot device. I'm sorry to tell you, man. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So it only makes sense. Even though I obviously like you more than I like Samugi.
It'd be false advertising if I didn't appear as often as I can,
Rest in peace, Kaede.
Advertising? What advertising?
Don't worry about it. Ignore it. Let's just focus on the investigation.
Yeah.
Thanks, Monokuma. Thanks for popping in. Just to say hi.
What? I don't want to talk to you right now, okay? Where you are now, you might start accusing people because you can't believe Kaito's dead.
No, that's not...
I don't want to hear your excuses or anything else. Just don't talk to me. You keep bugging me. I'll give you afro hair with my magic.
Is that a threat? Should I be worried? She's awfully stubborn. Is she that suspicious of everything now? Or is there a reason she doesn't want to talk to anyone? When you've got the option, it usually is the whole suspicion thing. It's a panel that controls the alarm system and electric barrier. I don't see any reason to turn them back on, though. Well, nice and neat. I thought of all things that might give us a truth bullet, but there's an exisal right in the middle of the hangar. The hatch is open as well. The cockpit is exposed. Whew, how lewd. So, this is how it looks on the inside, huh? It's small, but big enough for one person. Assuming that person isn't Gonta, but couldn't be Gonta. Hello, you. Again.
Huh? The hatch is open. How strange. Only the Monocubs can turn off the electronic lock and open the hatch.
Only the Monocubs can open the hatch?
Normally, the Monocubs are the only ones who can pilot the Exosols. Normally being the key word. But because of that electrohammer thingy, the electronic lock is all screwed up.
Have you mentioned this to anyone else?
Nope, no one's asked me about it either. And even if I had been asked, it would have been irrelevant information to you guys anyway.
An electronic lock on the hatch that only the Monocubs can disable. Which must be why only the Monocubs can control the Exosols. Yeah, I was about to say that, because if it's big enough for a person to fit inside, yeah, it must be because the Monocubs are the only ones who could open them. Which, yeah, I mean, that really further cements the idea that I think the Monocubs were supposed to help us as well. It's just that they're all so dumb that Monokuma swept in and was just like, yo, I'm your dad. Don't think about that too hard. And they were like, rise and shine, sign! And then they were just on his side, you know, because that's what they do. That's what the Monocubs be doing, though. Except Monodam, who was probably just like, beep boop. But if you could disable the lock, you could control the Exosol. Doesn't look good for Marky! Because I forget, didn't we say that... I might be making this up. I know we talked about using the electro hammers on the Exosols. Did we say explicitly that using an electro hammer on an Exosol would use up the entire charge? I think we did, right? And considering that everyone else had their electro hammers, and Marky didn't, uh-oh! That's all I'm saying. Although, actually, that's technically not true either, is it? Because Kaito has an extra electro hammer, right? Or maybe he doesn't anymore and you, like, dropped it when not Monokuma, when Kokichi attacked him with, or captured him with the Exosol, right? Maybe we have it now as well, so, like, there's an extra one. Yeah, I don't know. Could be either way, which is the exact problem I've been having this entire goddamn time. Or at least this entire time I've been thinking about it, because, like, it could be Kaito, or it could be Maki. It's not going to be anyone else. It's going to be a main character. It's going to be. God damn it, Danganronpa 2. If you didn't exist, I wouldn't know for certain that this was going to happen. Although, you know, the last time I was really certain something was going to happen, it didn't happen. You know, I think the last time I was this certain about something, it was that Nagito and Chiaki would survive Danganronpa 2. Although, to be fair, Nagito did. And Chiaki was technically never in Danganronpa 2, but, you know. So, I'll consider myself right on technicality, you know? The red exosol is completely still.
Sweetie, it's dangerous there. You go near that thing, you might get torn apart.
No, it shouldn't move anymore. Not without the Monokubs or Kokichi.
Yeah, so it's just a pile of scrap then. Jeez, don't scare me like that. Maybe I should just tear this hunk of junk apart with my magic.
But I suppose that if Kokichi was alive, he could move it at any time by remote.
Ah! Why didn't you say that sooner?
That is, if Kokichi is alive. That remote control, that remote control Kokichi has for the exosols. What is it exactly? Does he have that because he's the mastermind? I mean, because I don't think so, right? I'm pretty confident in. Wait, can I? No, I guess it just. I'm pretty confident in saying that Kokichi isn't the mastermind because I'm pretty confident in saying that he's the one who's dead. But I suppose that does raise the question of where he got the remote. My immediate go-to would be like, oh, the same place he got every other electronic device he has. Miyu. But like, I don't know. I feel like Miyu would probably put a weird branding on it, you know? With like the is it a mouse? I think it's a mouse. I feel like she'd probably put that on it, right? And I don't think there was anything on it. I think it was just a normal like grey remote. So now do I go into the toilet now? Let's go to the toilet now. This is the bathroom. Now that I think about it. No, I'm locked up in this bathroom, but Kichi's just outside the door. This is the place where Kaito was imprisoned. And there is a blood stain, I guess? Blood drag mark from there to the thing. But I feel like it... I feel like Danganronpa V3 would double bluff me, right? But I don't know. I don't know if I should call its bluff or not. Because, like, I'm pretty sure it's Kokichi, right? But it could be Kaito. It could be. But, like, I'm calling its bluff and saying that it's Kokichi, right? But because that's so easy to do, they might double bluff me, and it is actually Kaito who's dead. But would they really double bluff me? I don't know. I feel like they would. Like I don't know, man. I just don't know. I'm pretty sure it's Kokichi, but I don't know for certain, and it's upsetting me. God, you know what would fucking suck? If Kaito is the one who died, and they're somehow gonna spin it that like Maki killed him, so then we have Kokichi going with us into chapter 6. That would be the worst scenario. And why do I now feel like there's a possibility they might do that? Fuck! This game makes me question everything in the worst way. I kind of love it, but I also fucking hate it. This is where Kaido was supposed to be imprisoned. Kaido might have left some kind of clue here. No, he didn't leave anything. He might not be dead. Anyway, I should investigate inside. Oh, hello. Oh, we can actually look at the window now. Well, That's not suspicious at all.
A small window for ventilation. This is the same window from before. It's a small window and it doesn't open all the way. No one would be able to fit through here. I suppose if someone could fit through, Kaido would have escaped by now. Perhaps it's too small for a person, but an object could fit through.
Goddamn, Shirakuma climbing through the vents. Well, I guess it's not a vent. It wasn't a vent in that game either. It was like a pipe. But it was basically a ventilation pipe, right? Oh, wait, I nearly missed that there. Black case.
Ah, this case.
Oh, well, that's not black case over there.
As if backing away from the conversation, Kaido headed to the far shelf.
Oh, what's in it? Is it some kind of weapon?
This is the case from before, right?
Not good. This kind of ties Maki right into the crime. This ain't gonna be fun for me, is it? This is gonna be a really bad trial for my heart. Like, I can tell you're laughing as I panic. I have panicked for the last 20 minutes, and I know you're laughing. I know you're laughing at me, you bastards. I'm shaking my head, slowly, yet vigorously, with purpose. It ain't good. It ain't good. I thought you suck. I hate you. You're the worst. I don't really mean that. You're probably pretty cool. Probably. But you are still laughing at me, and that ain't hot.
There are arrows on the floor of the bathroom. 3 in total, and blood on all of them. What is this? What happened here?
Well, someone got shot, is all I can say. 3 times by the looks of it.
A crossbow. This is one of the crossbows from Maki's lab. Why is this here?
Crossbow. Great, that's wonderful. Glass bottle, what is... Oh, great.
There's a small bottle in the corner of the bathroom. It's empty. I feel like I've seen this before. The label has blood all over it, and I can't read it completely. But I can see the word poison. And if it is poison, this bottle must be taken from my lab. I don't know who brought this here, but it definitely has something to do with this case.
Great! That's wonderful. Very good use of poison here, because I can't tell if it was even used. Doesn't tell me anything in the Monokuma file, which kind of leads me to believe then that whoever died was poisoned, or maybe even shot, or maybe both, and then they died from that, and then they were crushed. That seems most likely here, considering that these are all present, and the fact that the Monokuma file doesn't, make note of anything. Because I have a feeling that this is going to be a case where telling us literally anything would ruin it. Which kind of makes sense, right? Because we've got a very limited suspects pool from a narrative point of view, as well as, literally. And I have a feeling good old Team Danganronpa kind of knew, right? Which is why they're keeping this so damn vague. We've got nothing to go on. Because, it's probably going to be a main character. But unlike in the last game, we can't just be like, oh, Chiaki's literally the only one who could do it then. Obviously, that's, a hindsight thing. I wouldn't have guessed that back then. But, in hindsight, it's like, oh, she's literally the only main character who could have done it. Because they're not going to kill Hajime. Although, I guess at this point... I can't be too surprised if they kill Kokichi. Kill Shuichi. Although, it's pretty obvious that he didn't do it this time around. He just straight up wasn't there. But, you know, the fact that we have Maki and Kaito as potential options here, and like, yeah, it seems like Kaito would be the only one who could do it if Kokichi is dead, because Kaito's the only one who was in here, but Maki could also be, like, responsible. We've got weapons here. She had an electro hammer. She's, I'm gonna say more likely to kill than Kaito. Like, it really could be either of them. And then you add the possibility that Kaito is dead into the mix, and Kokichi could really have killed him too. And there's the worst scenario that Maki killed Kaito. Definitely wouldn't have been on purpose in that case. That would have been by accident, but like, I don't know. I'm trying to imagine a situation where that would work, right? Like, I don't know. Maki, I don't know, shoots Kaito by mistake or something. And then Kokichi crushes him in the hydraulic press, I guess? Like, after he's dead for some reason? I don't know.
A bloodstain, a puddle of blood in the center of the room, and a swipe pattern from there to the door. What could this mean?
You know, I kind of realized I don't think I've theorized this much for a case in this game. Because, like, usually I'm kind of in the dark, right? Where it's like, not all the pieces are coming together for me here. But, I mean, they aren't here either, but again, because of, like, the limited suspects pool, I've kind of got a pretty solid idea of where this might go. Or at least some of the options they have for where it might go. What's in the bathroom?
Alright, I've finished investigating the bathroom. Well, more clues than I thought there'd be. One is particularly concerning.
Just one?
Why is the crossbow from Maki's lab in here? And the 3 bloody arrows. These arrows are definitely for the crossbow, but why are all 3 bloodied? And that bottle of poison. What could that have been used for? There's still so much I don't know. This case looks like it's going to be tricky.
Yeah. I have a feeling you're probably right there, big guy. Little guy. Big guy. I think Shuichi's on big guy level. Well, there was traces of blood.
What is this? A bloodstain? There's a faint trail of blood leading to the press. A swipe pattern as if dragged. It looks as if it's coming from the bathroom. The bloodstain suggests something was dragged from the bathroom to the press.
Right. So I think it's safe to say whoever was killed in the bathroom, right? But like, I mean, that really doesn't narrow it down. Because I mean, like, let's look at it this way. If whoever has the crossbow, right, probably killed whoever's under the press. So let's look at it this way. Maki can't get in, so she does it from the outside. Like, she shoots through the window. Shall we imagine that? I think that would be the only possible way I could imagine that she'd mess up a shot, right? That, like, she'd accidentally kill Kaito instead of Kokichi. So there's that. I don't know how it would end up inside from there, nor would I really understand how the Exosol comes into things if that's the case. So I'm going to say that's probably not what happened, but it could have happened. If what seems more likely to me is that Maki gives Kaito the crossbow, you know, because he's actually in the hangar. So he can either shoot Kokichi, or Kokichi can pull a haha 1-2 and get the crossbow from him, and he can kill Kaito. That seems a little more likely to me, but again, I'd have absolutely no way of figuring out who is dead, because it could literally be either of them in that scenario. Well, I suppose the thing is that if Kokichi is the one who's dead, right? Why is Kaito's coat under here? Like, why would Kaito do that? Because that's pretty suspicious, right? And presumably, if Kaito did kill Kokichi, he probably wouldn't, like, not tell us, right? Oh god, I just had another thought. Shit, I mean, I guess it's also possible that they're both dead in there. I don't know why that would be the case, but it could be. They could both be dead, I guess. Good god, why are there so many options with this fucking case?
This looks like a car wash. I imagine it's for cleaning the exos. Doesn't look like it's been used in a while. I don't see any clues.
Well, that's perfect. Painting machine.
It looks like a machine used to paint the exos. Smells like paint thinner. Looks the same as before. Probably not related to the case.
Okay, great. Perfect. Press operation panel.
These controls move the hydraulic press. It can go up, down, and stop. I should be able to use the up button to raise the press and check the body.
That's true. Kind of. I feel like there's not going to be much of a body left to check, but
I don't want to see a crushed body no matter who it is. But I have to do it. I have to know. I made up my mind, took a deep breath, and pressed the button. Huh. It's not moving. I pressed the button a few more times, but the press still wouldn't move. Strange. It moved when I pressed it last time.
yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if it did, we wouldn't have a question mark victim now, would we?
After looking around the press, I found it. The power cord is cut. Okay, I see. There's no power, so the hydraulic press won't move. This can't be coincidence. The power cord was cut on purpose. This must be the work of the culprit.
I mean, that makes sense. Like, obviously, as per usual, this is supposed to be like a trick, right? To get us to pick the wrong person, because that's just how the class trials work. But I can't imagine then that Kaito would be doing it, because I can't imagine that Kaito would try this. Kokichi definitely would. Would Maki? I don't think so. But then it's like, that seems a little obvious, right? I don't know, man. As certain as I am that Kokichi is dead, this is really fucking with my head.
In that case, we won't be able to check the body. I'm honestly a little relieved, but I shouldn't say that aloud. I should take another look at the controls. There must be some clue here. In addition to the control buttons, there's an emergency stop button. The press would have been stopped instantly if you used this. Well, if the culprit was planning this murder, they'd have no use for it. What concerns me more is the safety function. That's right, this hydraulic press should have had a safety function.
Yeah, which is a pretty big wow, wow. So that the person under there wasn't actually killed by the hydraulic press. They were put under there after they died. That's right. We tested it out with Kibo and whatever. So, well, I guess since it didn't work with Kibo, I guess technically we don't know that it even works, but
If the infrared sensor detects a living thing, the press stops automatically. Well, it didn't stop when Kibo tried before.
we'll to stop, drop, and roll right out of there.
If the sensor detected a person, the safety should have stopped the press automatically. Stop automatically, huh?
Can you, like, override that, I wonder? Like, can you just force it to keep on going? Is that how that would it work like that? Like it stops and then you can tell it to keep on going down. Is that how that would work? I don't know.
The hydraulic press is down and there's blood in the area. If we use this to lift up the hydraulic press, we should be able to check the body, but the power cord has been cut. The press won't move. In that case, we won't be able to check the body.
Oh, is that it? Okay. Well, it did seem like there was a lot there. I feel like the game wanted me to check the hydraulic press first, and then check the press operation panel. So, can't we get anything else on here? Nope, just a bit of clothing. Oh shit! Yeah, we did see this earlier, but I kind of forgot about it. Kaido's coat has a hole in it, presumably from one of the arrows, which again seems to be like, uh-oh, Kaito got shot. But that leads to the same conclusion that, uh-oh, Kaito's coat is in the press leads to, you know? That, uh-oh, Kaito is dead. But I kind of don't believe it, you know? Ugh. This is a good mindfuck case, right? Like, the last Chapter 5 was pretty good for this too, right? That it was like, it sort of mindfucked you in this, oh my god, one of the main characters is dead sort of way. Like, would you see that coming? No. Especially not in like the brutal way that you find Nagito's body. And this one's sort of similar, right? Like, this is a pretty brutal fucking death. But also, it's like, who's dead? And who killed them? Because, like, it's got to be in that rotation of 3, right? I mean, yeah, very interestingly, we have 4 main characters this time around. Shuichi, Maki, Kaito, and Kokichi, which I feel like might have been deliberate to set this up, which is very clever, by the way, especially since all 4 of those characters are very good. It's so easy to take I guess the easy way out with that and just have them be there and be main characters because we need them for this. But no, like they actually feel good, which is good job. Good job, Danganronpa team. But like, it leads to this giant fucking mind fuck of what 2 main characters are gonna die. And in a pretty bad case scenario, maybe not worse, but in a pretty bad case scenario, are all 3 of them gonna die? I don't know.
There's a Steve. There's a sleeve sticking out of the press. It's definitely Kaito's coat sleeve. In that case, the victim must be... No, that hasn't been determined yet. I need to investigate further.
Yeah, I mean, it also doesn't check out because, like, there are spare coats. Because we all have the same outfit repeated in our wardrobes.
It looks like the left sleeve sticking out... It looks like the left sleeve sticking out of the hydraulic press. Only the sleeve is sticking out, and part of the victim's body is visible. Are they crushed completely, so that only the sleeve remains? What's this? The sleeve has a single small hole in it. A hole in the sleeve. And what could this be?
Yeah, I assume that's one of the crossbow bolts went in, right?
I suppose that's about all the information I can deduce from the hydraulic press. I can't check the body, so I don't have any clues to work with. I'll have to find more clues elsewhere. It's about all I can investigate here in the hangar. There are still questions. The truth is still far out of reach. Still can't deduce who the victim is. I need more clues. I should investigate other areas. I should start with the areas around the hangar.
Oh man, I feel like this is going to be an extra short investigation, which kind of makes sense, right? I feel like maybe figuring out too many things might hurt the mystery in the case, you know? Oh, going right into thing. Okay. I mean, I was going to say 40 minutes seems a little short for an episode, but like an investigation episode, but going to get a little bit longer at least.
The alarm system is off. It must be affected by the electro bomb.
Or, I guess, still affected by the electro bomb.
I should investigate this place thoroughly. There must be some clues around here.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, I'll save this for next time. Because, like, yeah, we have this. Can we actually look at this? I'm gonna say no, but it might be a part of this. Maybe it wants me to look at the hangar shutter again. And we can talk to Kibo as well. Maybe we'll want to look at the exosols as well. Probably want to go to Shuichi's lab to look for poison again. That'll probably be it, actually. So yeah, I think next episode will be probably about the same length as this one. And I will probably be just as clueless. Or maybe clue-full, but with no real solid ideas about how things are going to turn out. Yeah, that sounds about right. You agree, Kibo? Yeah, that's the face of a man who agrees. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment, subscribe, that dumb stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next one for definitely the conclusion of this investigation. Yeah. Until then, goodbye. And I hope I'll see you in the next one.